Hello, today's video we have the following content.
Director responds to controversy over Xiao Zhan's The Legend of the Condor Heroes being at the bottom of the list. Frankly speaking, it is intolerable. Naked suppression. Recently, as the Spring Festival continues, the new movie The Legend of the Condor Heroes starring Xiao Zhan and Zhang Dafei has a lower and lower screening rate, which has already reached the bottom. In response to this, director Wu Zhifei issued a post to respond to the online controversy over Xiao Zhan's The Legend of the Condor Heroes being at the bottom of the list, and bluntly said that it is intolerable. Obviously, the data of this movie is very good every day, and it is incomprehensible to be at the bottom. It is worth mentioning that Mr. Wu Zhifei also bluntly stated that this is naked suppression and does not follow the market rules at all. It is reported that director Wu Zhifei issued a post to respond to the online controversy over Xiao Zhan's The Legend of the Condor Heroes being at the bottom of the list, and bluntly said that it is intolerable. Compared with the box office champion Nezhe, The Devil Boy Conquers the Dragon King, Xiao Zhan's The Legend of the Condor Heroes has very good box office data every day, and the attendance rate is also among the best. It is simply unacceptable that the screening rate is at the bottom, which is naked suppression. At present, the box office of Xiao Zhan's The Legend of the Condor Heroes has exceeded 500 million yuan. It is not eye-catching among Nezhe, The Devil Boy Conquers the Dragon King and Detective Chinatown 1900 in the same period, but it is not bad. In addition to this Operation Jialong, there is another very unsuccessful film in this year's Spring Festival, that is, The Legend of the Condor Heroes, The Greatest Hero, directed by Sui Hark and starring Xiao Zhan. The film has been released for nearly a week, and although the total box office has been close to 600 million yuan, the total investment of this film is as high as 500 million yuan, so some people predict that it is likely to lose nearly 300 million yuan in the end. In fact, from the quality point of view, the box office of nearly 600 million yuan a week is very high for The Legend of the Condor Heroes, because its overall quality is very poor. Before the official release of the film, 2 long trailers were released successively, and just through these 2 long trailers, the movie The Legend of the Condor Heroes has already disappointed people. However, even though the trailer was disappointing, during the pre-sale period, The Legend of the Condor Heroes still got a total pre-sale box office of over 300 million yuan, which has been ahead of blockbusters such as Nezhe 2 and Detective Chinatown 1900. As a hot top traffic star in the current Chinese entertainment industry, Xiao Zhan's strong appeal has played a vital role in promoting the pre-sale box office of The Legend of the Condor Heroes, The Greatest Hero. Since his debut, Xiao Zhan has accumulated a large and loyal fan base with his excellent acting skills, dedicated attitude and sincere character. Whether it is film and television works, stage plays, or commercial endorsements, every appearance of his can attract widespread attention and drive a huge market effect. After the pre-sale of The Legend of the Condor Heroes was opened, fans spontaneously organized ticket purchases to support and actively promote the film, forming a strong word-of-mouth communication. More importantly, the image of Guojing created by Xiao Zhan in the work is not only supported by traffic, but his in-depth understanding and careful interpretation of the role also made many audiences have a strong sense of expectation, attracting more non-fan audiences to the theater. In addition, the combination of director Sui Hark's martial arts feelings and Xiao Zhan's youthful charm has injected new vitality into The Legend of the Condor Heroes. This double blessing not only enhances the commercial value of the film, but also helps it achieve a win-win situation in word-of-mouth and box office. Therefore, Xiao Zhan's traffic has indeed laid a solid foundation for the pre-sale box office, but the quality of the film itself and the efforts of the main creative team are also worth looking forward to. After the official release of The Legend of the Condor Heroes, the box office trend has been showing a downward trend. Although the film attracted much attention in the early stage of its release, more than half of its total box office of nearly 600 million yuan came from the pre-sale stage, and the pre-sale box office exceeded 300 million yuan. This phenomenon reflects that the film successfully attracted a large number of audiences to buy tickets in advance with its strong publicity offensive, starring lineup and audience expectations for classic IP before its release. However, as the film was officially released, the audience's actual viewing experience gradually emerged, and word-of-mouth and evaluation began to have a direct impact on the box office. The continued decline in the film's box office may be related to multiple factors. First, Although the film has certain advantages in visual effects and production standards, the plot rhythm, character creation and other aspects failed to meet the expectations of some audiences, resulting in a split in audience word of mouth. Secondly, the market competition is fierce, and the excellent performance of other films in the same period has also diverted the audience's attention. In addition, the instant feedback from social media and film review platforms accelerates audience decision-making. When negative reviews gradually increase, the potential audience's willingness to watch the movie will be suppressed. The box office trend of The Legend of the Condor Heroes showed the characteristics of opening high and going low. The popularity in the pre-sale stage could not cover up the influence of word of mouth after the release. This also proves once again that in the film market, word of mouth and quality are the key factors that determine whether the box office can continue to rise, rather than relying solely on the star effect or promotion to maintain it for a long time. It can be seen that Xiao Zhan played a vital role in the box office performance of The Legend of the Condor Heroes. Without Xiao Zhan's participation, the film is likely to fail to achieve a brilliant result of more than 300 million yuan in the pre-sale stage, which means that its final total box office may shrink to less than 400 million yuan. In this case, according to the conventional box office sharing ratio, the actual share that the film company can get may be less than 160 million yuan. Considering the production cost and publicity costs of the film, assuming that the overall investment is close to 500 million yuan, then 500 million minus 160 million box office share, the film company will face a huge loss of more than 300 million yuan. This huge gap fully illustrates the direct driving effect of top stars on the commercial value of the film. As a very influential actor at the moment, Xiao Zhan not only has a huge fan base, but also has a strong market appeal, which enables the film to quickly attract a large number of audiences to the theaters at the beginning of its release, ensuring the initial explosion of the box office. However, the long-term box office performance of the film still depends on the quality of the content itself and the fermentation of word of mouth. Although Xiao Zhan's influence has effectively promoted the pre-sale performance of The Legend of the Condor Heroes, the continuous decline after the release of the film also shows that it is difficult to support the long-term growth of the box office by relying solely on the star effect. Therefore, the key to the success of the film lies in the organic combination of star effect and content quality, so as to be invincible in the fiercely competitive market. Judging from the response of fans, everyone expressed obvious helplessness and dissatisfaction with director Wu Zhishi's response to the online controversy that Xiao Zhan's The Legend of the Condor Heroes was at the bottom of the schedule. Many viewers believe that The Legend of the Condor Heroes is not the lowest level in the market in terms of key data such as single-day box office, total box office, and attendance rate. On the contrary, it shows a strong enthusiasm for watching movies in some sessions. However, the film's scheduling rate has been at the bottom for a long time. This phenomenon makes fans and ordinary audiences feel difficult to understand, and even question whether there is unfairness in the scheduling mechanism behind it. According to market practice, the scheduling rate is usually closely related to the film's market performance and audience demand. In theory, films with good box office and attendance should receive more scheduling resources to meet audience demand. However, the actual situation of The Legend of the Condor Heroes runs counter to this logic, which has triggered widespread discussion about the theater's scheduling strategy. Some fans pointed out that even if the film is controversial, it should receive scheduling support that matches its market popularity based on real data performance. Although director Wu Zhishi's response tried to explain this phenomenon, it did not completely quell doubts. The audience generally believes that the market competitiveness of the film should not be artificially restricted, especially when it has a strong fan base and box office appeal. For fans, this is not only about support for Xiao Zhan, but also about concern for market fairness and transparency. This controversy about the scheduling rate also reflects the complexity of the current film market in terms of resource allocation and commercial operations. In short, I wish Xiao Zhan's wonderful performance in The Legend of the Condor Heroes can be seen and recognized by more audiences. Here, we also warmly invite the audience friends to go to the cinema to support The Legend of the Condor Heroes starring Xiao Zhan and feel the authentic martial arts world. The film not only shows the ambitions of classic martial arts, but also incorporates the visual presentation and emotional expression of modern aesthetics, which will not disappoint people. Of course, Having said that, martial arts films do face some challenges in the current film market. Compared with modern themes with a relaxed rhythm and cheerful atmosphere, the narrative structure and cultural connotation of martial arts films may have limited appeal to young audiences. Today's main audiences are mostly young people, who prefer urban love, comedy, fantasy and other themes, while the traditional values such as family and country feelings and Jianghu loyalty carried by martial arts films may need more innovative expressions to resonate. In addition, the older generation of audiences used to be loyal fans of martial arts films, but now their viewing habits have gradually changed, and many people no longer go to the cinema frequently, which has also affected the market performance of martial arts films to a certain extent. However, as an important part of Chinese culture, the spirit of martial arts still has unique charm and contemporary value. I hope that The Legend of the Condor Heroes can arouse the audience's resonance with martial arts feelings with its excellent production and the actors' attentive interpretation, and rekindle the public's enthusiasm for this classic genre.
Thank you for watching the video. If this is your first time watching a video, please subscribe to the channel, like and leave your comments to help us develop your channel.